Alright everybody, I'm back with a brand new DC update. And this is going to be one very pointed update in regards to Superman's suit. And I'm going to prove to you guys today that this is one of the best suits ever done for a superhero film. Look, I love the way it looks. I've talked about it quite a bit since the suit was first revealed, and I stand by that it wasn't the best way to reveal the suit. I feel it was a little AI generated looking and that they could have done a better job in that regard. I also don't like that the S is on the back of the cape. To me, it looks like it's a Halloween costume. But even with that, the suit is an incredible way to start Superman's journey in the DCU. Another awesome aspect that's kind of highlighted with this suit is how James Gunn, unlike Zack Snyder before him, is really pushing this idea of practical effects. And that's pretty neat. And we see a lot of this with the behind the scenes and leaked images that have come out over the course of production. I'm not only going to show you leaked images and the images of Superman 2025. Sure, I'll show you some of those. But I want to highlight why this suit is so great. Sure, we see leaked images all the time. We see final images in films and, when they do the marketing, how the suit looks, and it's amazing. But I want to show you how you can't just take what people say, oh, look at this suit from a leaked image looks bad, because we get leaked images all the time that don't look great. And I kind of want to highlight, sometimes you get great behind the scenes images. Sometimes you get terrible behind the scene images. But that's not what the final product is going to look like. And I kind of want to go over that here. However, before I get into all of that, I do want to clear the air here. I know there are channels out there. There are people out there who specifically go out against the DCU and James Gunn. I often refer to them as toxic fans. And yeah, I will say that they're spreading hate from time to time because most of these particular people are upset that they're not getting a continuation of their beloved universe, which died in 2017. Hey, I wanted it to continue too. I'm not saying that people can't have opinions. We all can have opinions. I am all for that. But it's when you twist information, it's when you go out of your way to spread lies, to fit your narrative. That's when it turns into toxic behavior. And in my opinion, that's what's uncalled for. So I call that out, as we all should. But let's get into this here because this I want to have a little fun with. All right, so let's kind of get into it. First, I want to show you some images from a movie or from productions from the DCEU, okay? Man of Steel. This is way back in 2013, Henry Cavill as Superman. Now, if we would have seen this suit, a leaked image of this, would we have all cried and whined? Like, look, the suit, I think, is not the best suit of this era. I think it was too muted, too dark. But I still like the design. I like the S. I like the idea of the suit. But look at all those wrinkles. Look how terrible the suit looks with all those wrinkles. This is in production. This is what is going on during the movie. They're shooting this. Now, I don't remember seeing this in the final product. No, they cleaned that up in post. They absolutely cleaned that up in post. But hold on. It doesn't end there. Because here, this was during the first flight in Man of Steel. Look at all those wrinkles around the S. Again, another amazing scene in Man of Steel. But we don't remember seeing all the wrinkles around the S. No, because they cleaned that up in post. They cleaned that up with the VFX, which is fine. Because during filming, you don't get a perfect image. You don't get a perfect feel because that's not how real life is. That's not how things work. What else do we have? Okay, we got Henry Cavill up on some contraption here, ropes, whatever you want to call it, and you can see that the ropes are pulling the suit away from his body. We don't see that in the movie. That gets cleaned up post. It doesn't make the suit look form-fitting and good. This looks like the same suit. This looks like Man of Steel again. Again, we sit here, we can go on and keep highlighting that this happens over and over again. We see he's on a board, probably flying, and you see on the side, it's all kind of wrinkly on the side. It happens all the time. Suits get wrinkly, suits don't look well. That's what happens. Oh, crap. I don't. Whoops. That was really bad. That was a bad time for DC. Let's not talk about that, okay? Let's not talk about that. But here's another thing. We have some amazing photos of behind the scenes from DC EU. Hawkman looked phenomenal. Look at that suit. That looks fantastic. And yes, the wings that he had were CGI, but that suit looks fantastic. Even Black Adam looked great. Okay, yes, suits can look great behind the scenes. Like I said, sometimes you have great suits, sometimes you have bad suits, sometimes you have great images, sometimes you have bad images when it comes to leaked photos or behind the scenes photos. But there's a difference between leaked photos and staged photos for behind the scenes stuff. This one here specifically looks like a stage photo. This looks like something that they really were like, look, this is going to look awesome. Let's take a photo here. Now, leaked images are very different. Very, very different. We also have this. This is Batman. I believe this was from Suicide Squad. And it doesn't look great. There's some wrinkles in the suit. That's not Ben Affleck. That's his stunt double. But it doesn't look great. It just doesn't. Here's Batman again, sitting there, fighting, and you see wrinkles on the side. Again, it doesn't look great. But here we sit with David Corenswet on the Superman 2025 lot. And this is a leaked photo. This is not staged. This is him out in the open and people are taking photos. That suit looks great. Yeah, there's a little wrinkling around the arms, up in the armpit area. But this isn't even in production. You can see that there's a production hand behind him, probably, helping him just get from one place to another. But you know that if there's these issues, just like we saw with the Man of Steel suit, it's going to get cleaned up in post. Absolutely. But not only do we have a great suit like that, but we have Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific looks absolutely great in his suit. It looks very comic accurate and looks fantastic. Looks absolutely fantastic. We also have Hawkgirl and Green Lantern in their Lord Tech suits. Oh, that doesn't look nearly as good as it does as the Hawkman does. Oh, get out of here. Okay? We don't know the story. We need to see the story. Maybe Hawkgirl's final reveal of her final suit is going to look just as good. Maybe it doesn't, but it needs to fit this universe. It needs to fit this story. That's another thing that people need to understand. God, I hate the S on the cape. Look, I say it all the time. I do not like the S on the cape. I will continue saying it. But again, it needs to fit the universe that it's in. It needs to fit the story. It needs to fit everything. The costumes look fantastic. They look great. Way better than they've looked in the past. And then we get another look of Green Lantern from the front. And this isn't a typical Green Lantern suit. We know that. This is Lord Tech suit. Lord Tech. That's not his name. Maxwell Lord Tech. There we go. But we're going to see a change in Green Lantern even. I'm sure, unless he dies in this film. But we'll have other Green Lanterns that have more traditional Green Lantern suits. But that's the thing. People just don't understand. People don't get that there's going to be these changes. There's going to be these things that happen within the DC realm or the DCU realm that aren't always just your typical, like, here's this suit and this is what it is. Let the story play out. Let's see how things happen. We saw how many suit changes in the MCU. It's okay. They're not always comic accurate. The first Captain America suit, well, not the first one. The first one was all right, but the one in the Avengers was terrible. And then we got a really, really great one in Winter Soldier. And then we got a good one again. Like, things like that happen. But I think these suits that we see here in Superman are really good. And because we're seeing leaked images with wrinkles, doesn't mean it's going to be bad. We've seen bad suits in Man of Steel, BVS. We've seen good suits in Black Adam and so on. It happens. But that doesn't mean they're all going to be bad. It doesn't mean they're all going to be crap. It doesn't mean that they're all going to be great. There'll be some good ones. There'll be some bad ones. It's how it works. It's how productions work. It's how movies work. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think? I'm excited about the DCU. You should be excited about the DCU. It's going to be fun. At least be hopeful. Have an open mind. It's going to be interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with all that said, I'll catch you all later.